So I escaped Denver. It's been an interesting trip. It's been hard, honestly, to leave everything. I mean, it wasn't hard to leave Colorado, but to leave my daughter. Um, but it was almost like I wasn't going to do any good there. You know, with this cult, they were surrounding me, and I was so like being hit with witchcraft and gang stalked and listened every word and everyone was involved. These people were paying everybody. And I just was told to go. Get your head straight somewhere else, you know? So I left with my 2 cats and a dog in my car and drove and stayed through Wyoming. I definitely realized at rest stops it wasn't safe. They would pull up next to me. I think it was just to be able to tap into my phone, to see if I was talking to the feds or anything. And so I felt like hotels were better, but they basically made it so I couldn't get a job. So I was spending money out of my retirement accounts. So I didn't want to stay at a hotel. And I finally made it to Mount Vernon, Washington, which is in Skagit Valley. And I have people there that are like family to me. They adopted me probably when I was about 16 or 17. I was dating a guy at the time, and his parents kind of became my parents because my mom had completely abandoned me around that age. And so they've been like parents to me all the time. But I started to realize that I feel like they're involved in some way. I feel like what I'm kind of getting was that the slander campaign was, my ex-in-laws and stuff were saying that I was selling myself, that I was a prostitute. And so that just they made sure that they got all throughout, my hometown, everywhere. So it's like they don't know what to believe. And because, the whole time I was talking to them, it was like I was being hit with witchcraft. So I was in delirium half the time, constantly depressed, constantly sad, constantly unstable, and this has been hard. I think the biggest thing that's hard is like, I keep following kind of the guidance of, I always have my guides like, what can I do? Help me get out of this, and they're trying to help me like change your mindset. And once you change your mindset and realize, that everything's going to be okay, it will. And so I would do that for a couple days, but then I'd fall back into fear and despair and, but I've been told that's a little bit of projection from these people and witchcraft being thrown at me. So I've got to amp up my spiritual guys to, stop myself from being attacked. So I'm here, and on the spiritual journey, you're always being told in order to be able to get through your dark night, you got to get away from people that are negative around you and stuff. So I know that I can't stay here. People question your spirituality. They think it's weird. They don't agree with it. They think you're crazy. As much as they love you, if they don't agree with it, they'll get on the slander train, I don't know where I'm going. It's really scary to be in a car with your dog and 2 cats, nowhere to go. And I think about my daughter every single day. And I just hope that one day I'll be able to like save her, I just knew there was nothing I could do when I was there. So I guess what I'm finding out by talking to a lot of resources is these cult things are pretty prevalent. It's called SRA. And what they do is a lot of time it's in home. These families are cults. They do a lot of incest, and they basically, I feel like how I got involved in it was because an inheritance was left to me. So they basically got involved with this organization that basically traffics me so they can get rid of me and then, you know, go on their own and spend the money that was left for you. That's kind of what this organization was in Denver. So it was nice to be able to talk to people who were other people, women who had escaped the same thing and had kids that were programmed by these cults. And it was so nice to be able to talk to people that knew what I was going through and understood and showed compassion and didn't think I was crazy. So if you're ever in this situation and you're watching this channel, just know that there's resources out there. And it's mostly victims out there helping you. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So just know that there are people that can help you. I'm still trying to get the help that I need, but I feel better having people just not understand my situation and they want to help, you know. So anyway, follow me for my journey. And yeah, it's just getting out of my head is the biggest thing, is to just stay positive, you know, and know that eventually, like, everything's going to be okay, and just praying, you know. So anyway.